Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Galactic Civilizations 4 and our playthrough as the Xendar Brood, all the way tucked in the corner here. Things are starting to pretty much heat up. I think a war is coming sometime very soon, possibly with the Luxar, possibly with the Korath, the Terrans, who knows, the Kryn Syndicate. It all depends, but we will need to get on top of that. We don't want to war with everybody, but chances are if one person goes to war with us, everybody will go to war with us. But that's all right. We are building up a military. We are working our way up towards gigamass type things, so we can hopefully get up some kind of a stellar nexus to really help our influence expand. And we're going to be working on our influence game as best we can. So let's go ahead and ship it and see where this one goes. Who will be the first to make war with us? Let's find out. We do have a very strong fleet here. Now, we do have a logistics advantage over our opponents. Hopefully, that will seal the deal. But we will have to wait and see. Okay. What is this world doing for us, really? We are losing food. That's no good. I've just realized we don't really have any buildings that give us food. Like, we can't build farms. We just have to work on our percentages. I had not really factored that in. But we'll get that sorted out fairly soon. Oh, that's just not good, is it? Oof. That's an unforeseen consequence. Something like that there. We really should try to work on getting up a little bit more in the way of manufacturing power on our other planets so that they can at least churn out ships for us as well. Luxar are here. They would like sovereign immunity, rule enforcements, orbital mining. They're willing to give me efficient mass use technique, which is a really good technology. It's just maybe not worth all three of these. Or is it? No, it is not. In my opinion. It is not. Reject it. Go away. An ancient star map. We do get the Jewel of the Universe somewhere. I wonder where it popped up. There it is. Class 24, Jewel of the Universe. You know, I might actually go ahead and settle that. Get me an occupier. We will grab one of these workers. Anybody not happy? Any criminals? Who is a criminal here? There is crime plus 10%. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. You're a criminal. Oh my god, we have so many criminals. At this point, it might be better to get rid of the people where there is, like, no crime. Bye. We're getting some credits from the Eternal Clone Union. Thank you. Let's go ahead and ship this up to here. Liboria. Jewel of the Universe. Class 24. Amazing. Go. Strange disturbances. It's haunted. Doors which open and close on their own. Strange lights in the night. Mysterious hole in the ground which screams. Your scientists seem to think the colony might be haunted. Building on the ruins of a previously failed colony may have been a bad idea, they say. Also, underneath that colony was another failed colony, which was built on a graveyard. What are your orders? Pacifism goes up -1 tile. Warn the colonists to move the colony somewhere else. Fix the doors, fix the lights, and put some boards over the screaming hole. Nihilism goes up. It is superstition. Hide all evidence of supernatural activity. Nihilism goes up. I'm going to lose a tile. Just go somewhere less haunted, guys. It's not hard. Okay, Hector 1, our main research place. Did we finish the Taurian Academy? We did. Everybody here needs to be happy. We have 2 Taurian scientists who are a little bit smarter than our spiders. We will leave them. We do want to raise our pop cap here, but our food situation is fairly dire. I like the idea of getting more research. Maybe doing a planetary conversion there for adjacency on all 3 of these if we get another science building somewhere. And I think we'll do that. We also want to do a planetary scan to just finish off that mission. An abandoned research outpost in deep space. That's an extra 25 research. We'll take it. It is the enigmatic monolith. Another 10% for the current research project, which is just about finished. I kind of want to take that and maybe sink it into something else. And then we swap back. Stallion contingency have been destroyed. There is Xeno resource mining, which means we can now go up to Xeno resource extraction. It is here. Beam capacitation is also here that we can finish off with it. Xeno research resource being there. I just want to get through it. I just want to be done. Pressure the scientists. And that's about it. We do have to frequently check up on our diplomacy to make sure that we are maintaining our treaties. We could just check to see when treaties are going up. I don't love how quickly our diplomacy is dropping across the board, especially with these guys. We're ripe for conquest. I personally don't think so, but I mean, who am I to say? We also don't really have as much of a lead in terms of culture as I would like. Now, we did build the clones to have an obscene culture game. I think we defeated the godlike AI in something like 4 hours or something stupid. They want starbase refineries. They'll give me biological targeting. Theron rays may help us against the Terrans. They don't really have any other technologies that I would like. I'll go ahead and say yes, because Theron rays, there are a lot of carbon-based life forms in this game. We may use it. So Theron rays will increase our attack by 25% against carbon-based life forms. I've never really used it, but it only has a mass of 1, so it really doesn't cost all that much to drop it on a ship. I think I'll accept it. Now, we do have our fleet over here that is beam focused. So I will probably just go ahead and drop the +2 beam attack on this. Plus, we've got extra evasion, so I'll drop the extra evasion here as well. I'm going to use the minus influence growth on Cloner Prime just to help push back those borders a bit. So they've got 77 influence. Let's go ahead and drop it on them. Okay, that didn't help very much, but oh, whatever. People are very spiritual. We can allow the pilgrimage here for 10 control. Let's allow it. We have gathered all the components that we needed. We can unlock the new ship design. I don't think we'll end up building it. It would be the Raptor, it looks like. Prototypes. What does the Raptor have exactly? The Raptor comes with disruptor banks. That's it. But it is a prototype, which means it will have unlimited ship range. For what it's worth, I don't think we bother building it. Okay, they would like starbase refinery, spying, and they're not giving me anything that I want. Prometheon's not bad, but if they'll give me some other technologies, especially since they're thinking of going to war with us soon, I would like efficient mass use. The problem is they won't give it to me. We could get diamonic armors for a little bit of extra armor, and maybe a Prometheon. I was just gonna say no. Go away. They bother me. Economic advisors on Silkspire 3 discovered rare resources. Minus the farming is actually kind of horrible. +1 wealth, not bad. Pacifism can go up. I think pacifism going up is okay. Flagship Captain reports the discovery of a lost cargo container. It's a lost energy weapon. Energy infuser for even more beam attack. I want the credits, but plus beam attack on these guys is going to go a long way. Let's not waste any time. It's an Arnorian integrity device for the Arnorian Halo plus 10% HP on a fleet. I'm going to sell it. Let's go ahead and do another Goodwill tour. That's +1 diplomacy for a decent amount of time. It's for 30 months, and then there's a 10-month follow-up in which we won't have that bonus, and then we get to use the game. Oh, we're down to 67. Very nice. Very nice, Cloner Prime. Coming for you. Slowly. Should probably take all of these ships and stack them into here. Try to deceive our opponents into thinking we have big fleets. Get that big fleet energy. Right. Xeno resource extraction. We could finally move on to Gigamass theory and the next part of our plan. Assuming that it does pop up. It's here for 10 turns. That's very long. I would like galactic propaganda, but let's think long game here. Let's think long game. Gigamass theory. Do we have a volcano on our volcano world, a volcano tile down here? We could maybe think about Gigamass Obelisk. It's a nice building to have. It's the eclipsed core, which will randomly teleport a fleet who can extract 6 precursors and 300 credits. I think we take the 300 credits and the precursor nanites. We look to sell those as quickly as possible. Just get rid of them. Now that we have a little bit of cash in the bank, maybe we find a decent leader to recruit. No, you're all really not that great, but we'll keep an eye out for that. Now, our research world here can maybe do something else for us as well. The Stellar Forge, I think this is one of the, I guess it's the better world that we have for a Stellar Forge. It's just still not great. Focus on research for us, but we need to get manufacturing, some way to get more manufacturing here on Hector 1. The Luxar are back. They want our mining technologies for warp theory. You guys are nuts. But they are coming. They are coming. Maybe we should think about just getting a diplomat. Maybe that'll help slow this up a little bit. Yes, you can pop out and become a diplomat with the Luxar. Try to stall things out a bit. Have a look at our treaties. When are our treaties coming up? Open Borders is coming up. The Archeans are losing their culture treaty soon. We want to make sure and renew that as quickly as possible, but the Archeans seem to be okay with us. Luxar are back. They want sovereign immunity, Xeno resources. They will give me energy shields, anomaly detection, warp theory. It's a tempting deal. Sovereign immunity is a little bit too precious. I will take energy shields for Xeno resource mining. And why doesn't anybody have Durantium? Lost Kinetics, mass driver module. I will sell that one. Durantium's up to 428. There's probably like no Durantium on the map. So everybody's just buying it off the market. Slowly pushing back the borders. We do have some new tech. It might be worth to just update our designs just a little bit so we're pumping out the most powerful ships that we possibly can. I'll do that and we'll be right back. Alright, the new Huntsman is out. We've thrown on the Theron rays and also E-webs because I think, you know, webs, spiders. Okay, this planet. It's just so hard to get manufacturing and science with these spiders and military. It's really tough. An attempt to create an improved antibiotic is instead produce a bacteria that is immune. We can quarantine the sick. This is on Lilyboria 1, the class 24. Amazing world. Pacifism goes up, but it loses some manufacturing. This planet isn't doing anything for us right now. I'll take the pacifism increase. We could probably get our next pacifism, which will be altruism for a +2 diplomacy. Homeworld gains 10% of all inputs from all homeworlds from civilizations we have a friendly relationship with. That should be quite a lot, actually. So our homeworld gains 10% of all inputs. Let's see how that affects Silk Spire, our homeworld. 53, 26, 78, 21. 53, 26, 21. Alright, so +2 diplomacy. Let's go ahead and pop altruism. That makes Silk Spire here 63, 30, 23. Not bad. 110. It also gives us influence. Holy crap. That is so good. That is so good. Holy. That is so good. Plus the diplomacy is very nice. Even the Terrans have stopped hating us. Luxar are now the main problem. Everybody else is just kind of holding. So the Luxar are getting a little bit uppity. Also, I still want to point some guns at the Terrans. The Luxar are over here. I don't think they have reach to the Terrans, but we will be ready to greet them. Now, our Theron rays will not help against the Luxar. Maybe we need to update our other design as well. There's rule enforcement. They would like to give us warp theory. You just don't have any text that interests me any longer. You exist solely. Oh shoot, we had treaties to renew and we didn't, so that might be a complete lost opportunity. Let's see what this trade is about. Resource extraction, however, they will give me anomaly detection, neutron scrambler, which reduces a target's accuracy. Very heavy though. And precursor nanites and honor spice, not really interested. I do think the +1 move from anomaly detection is okay, but is it worth giving them resource extraction? I will accept. There's a mysterious energy source +5 manufacturing is huge. Let's see if we can renew these treaties. Unlikely. We do get open borders with the Kryn. That's all that they want. The culture treaty we are able to renew, so that's great. We could pick up warp theory, but I prefer diamonics and some cash. Accepted, thank you. Another cultural treaty. I will give them alliances and cultural treaties for efficient mass use techniques. And a bit of Durantium, perhaps? Durantium's so expensive, I'm willing to actually offer them maybe some other technologies as well. Let's give them asteroid factories for 6 Durantium. I'm fine with that. That works for me. Okay, so far so good. 12 months on Gigamass theory. We'll try to speed that up as and when we may. Have a little bit of cash in the bank. Might be worth it to drop taxes. Only gives us a little bit extra in terms of science though. Leave it somewhere there. Time to flip our designs once again. A regular huntsman that we're going to use to go after the Luxar. So we might check to see what sort of things the Luxar has. Tailor those ships to deal with the Luxar. And can we trade? Let's have a chat. Luxar. We can't speak to them, unfortunately. To scope out their fleets. Do you know what would be fun? Let's spy on them a little bit. What do you got? What are you cooking with here? We got some frigates. They've got a Theron Ray. That's not good for us. Looks like they've got mostly beam attacks, but they do have some kinetics, so the web is decent. They do have cruisers, fairly beefy ones, 100 HP, nanite clouds, reflectors, and chaff, very defensive ships. Quite stocky indeed. Also siege ships ready to go. Okay, so mostly cruisers we have to worry about. Again, let's revisit our design. Do a ship design, the Huntsman, edit the doctrine. We would like this to go after cruisers, destroyers, and battleships. Save the doctrine. Do the design. Let's pull out all the weapons, the shields, the armor. We'll keep in the cloud. Get at least 3 gluon disintegrators. The shattering pulse might work against the Luxar. I believe they're silicon. I believe. Let's put it in. We're also going to want diamonics. We're going to want barrier fields, the E-webs, because spiders. And the rest can just be weapons. Let's get pulse cannons. One of those. Some Avengers. One of those. And maybe one more gluon disintegrator. Cool. I think we have space for a little bit of hull plating or chaff. They do use missiles, so let's throw on the chaff as well. And here we go. Very comprehensive ship. Maybe a little bit light on the weaponry. The Huntsman Lux. Let's print a couple of these bad boys. Are you guys silicon based? Luxar. Crystalline. Silicon based biology. Very nice. Okay. So that's going to work out quite nicely for us. There's our very first anti-Luxar ship. They will rue the day. They will rue the day. Now we have a little bit of Durantium. Let's see if there's something spiffy we want to build. I don't think there is no big buildings, but what we do want to do is make sure, oops, excuse me, that we have these fully upgraded cultural forum, cultural exchange, cultural forum, cultural forum. Okay, so those are all as much upgraded as we can for the moment, taking our total up to 127. Not bad at all. That does beat out Cloner Prime by a decent margin. We should start seeing really good progress on those fronts. The Luxar only have 44. Not a culture problem. 137 for Iconia out of the Yor. They're losing a culture battle to the Terrans. We should see conflict erupting there soon. What about Iconia? Only 73. Also under siege. So something's going down over here. A little double siege going on. The Korath with 12 influence. What about the Archeans? The Archeans here, 39. And then the Kryn also have a decent amount with 84. Okay. The Iconians still kind of doing the thing. On the prestige track, the Kryn Syndicate are up to 44% of the way to a victory. Still time to intervene. The Luxar are back. They want more stuff. I think we can just say no. We're not afraid of you. Amongst the debris lies a precursor ship. We can get a free field generator ship upgrade, a free missile disruptor, or free integrity field ship. Give me the free field generator. Plus 2 technology. We want that to be on Hector 1. Taking its stance from 146 to 153. Love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. Food is... We've got lots of food. All the food. I think we will build a Tower of Endless Night just for the extra culture points. Plus 10 culture points. I hate the crime. It does give a bit of manufacturing. And plus adjacency to everything. We can't build it on our home planet, so I think it's going to go here. It will take 13 turns. I would like it to have much better adjacency than we're going to give it, but splashing a +2 to all of these Could be very good. We still need to build our starport here. That's going to help quite a bit. I think a starport going there. And then the Stellar Forge going here. And then the Tower of Endless Night bumping everything. That's the best we can hope for. Let's start sending some defense over to Hector. Our fleet has uncovered abandoned plans for a unique power source. A core tap. Secure the plans. Core tap is good for us. There it is. Does cost precursor nanites, which we sold off, but we should be able to get back some way or another, and it will give us manufacturing where we desperately need. As for what we're doing on this planet, I guess it could use a starport. There's a +4 there. That's the best we can hope for. It'll help get out ships a little bit faster. Gigamass in 8 months. The Luxar have built the Galactic Commissions, Galactic Achievement. Thank you for the cash. I appreciate that. The Yor would like us to witness a blood sport. I think we will watch. We will watch the blood sport. Drop taxes. Wow, our something hit our research there a huge amount. Probably the loss of approval. But okay. There's an atmospheric filter. I do like this. -10 pollution. We could use that, I believe, on Silkspire, which has 49 pollution. We will use it. Boop. Hector. Everybody's really happy on Hector. Not so much here, though. I don't know how many of these we need to build, but we probably need to build a lot. I don't even know if they're still thinking about a war with us. Let's have a look. They are, just not as much. I wonder, does our worlds being ripe for conquest mean that we just don't have defenses around our planets? Let's put some defenses around our planets and see if that stops them from having that bonus. Valkyrie is going to flip to us. It's still taking quite a long time. But our borders are pushing out nice and quick. Here we go. Let's get all of our worlds defended. Don't like spreading out our forces this thin, but for science. They covered our world's cultural differences. They would like alliances for warp theories. That's just a strong no. We don't want you to have alliances at all. Keep up the pressure on the scientists. Now, around this planet, I think we can build. We do have 5 precursor nanites. We have 6, in fact. We could throw down a core tap. And we would probably do it on... I think our home planet is okay. For now, we really want this to be able to throw out some ships for us at some point. So a core tap there seems okay, hitting these 2 military bases. Our society is at a crossroads. While our citizens are excited at the progress we have made as a civilization, they remain fearful and uncertain about what will happen next. We won't be colonizing 3 worlds. We will be doing 3 or 5 technologies. That's just super easy. We could also construct star bases, but nah. Okay. We would like to check if the Luxar no longer have that thing. Nope, we're still ripe for conquest. I don't think we are, but okay. I think we're actually quite well prepared if somebody comes against us. Now, what are we doing with the rest of this world? This world is just kind of meh. It's just kind of meh. Let's maybe try to get it some more gross income, even though it's really bad at it. There's a potential governor manor if we come across one Duranthium there. Best we can hope for. Do we have a trade network? We do. We can always rip down those eggs if we need to. Nice. Back on our home planet. Our home planet is looking great. Looking great. Population still growing. Everybody just be a regular citizen at this point, because that does give us some influence growth as well. We're just going to fill up this planet with population. We're at 22 of 37. It is taking 10 months, so actually having a bit more growth could be good. What if we just put more eggs everywhere? They also do give us influence growth, which is fine. We'll leave this space in case something really tempting comes up. I actually think the core tap, when we're able to build it again, will go here. And the Gigamass obelisk eventually there. I think we are 1 turning cruisers, and that is perfect. Perfect for me. We'll keep sending some friends over to Hector in case the Luxar decide to come after us. Alright, disciples. We've come across a damaged ship full of aliens who After some effort, explain they are devotees of a religion called the Way. We can repair the ship, we gain a colony ship, collectivism can go up. They want to bring about the restoration of an ancient being known as Dragonol. Do we need this colony ship? I don't think we do we? No, collectivism can go up. I'm okay with that. Lost cargo container floating in space. It's an enemy destabilizer. We'll just sell that one. Artifact of Joy and Resources. +1 manufacturing or a harmony beacon. 10% approval for 25 months. 1 manufacturing isn't that much. I will take the harmony beacon. I don't often, but I believe we have a fairly unhappy planet somewhere that could use a tiny little bump to its approval. Not you guys. You guys are very happy. 83 and 68. Yeah. Hope nobody's happy on Silkspire 1. Which is sad. It's actually killing my science quite a lot. Where's that approval bonus? There we go. Boop. There is crime. So much crime. We need to get rid of the criminals, and we need to reduce the crime. Gigamass in 1 month, however. Cannot wait. That's going to be good. Check our treaties. The Iconians are starting to dislike us. We can get alliances with the Korath clan. It is worth thinking about. That is worth thinking about. Hang on. Diplomacy graph. Korath are at war with the Archeans. Probably losing if I know the Archeans. Oh yeah, they're absolutely getting blasted. Nope, we won't be making friends with them. However, we will go ahead and give them a research treaty, free trade, non-aggression, exploration. We will try to get everything from them before they're out. Sometimes the non-aggression pact works against you. They're unwilling to give up their weapons technologies. We might get neutronium weapons. I do want plasma beams. And since they're leaving the game shortly, I'll give them energy dissipation, persuade, maybe this as well. A lot of money, and I'm okay with this. Let's help them out in their wars. There's a cultural treaty and a free trade agreement with the Yor. Will they give me... They have battleships. Yikes. I think the Yor are going to be a problem. They have a ton of Durantium. Seeing as they have so much, let's pump them for what we can. 14 Durantium is really decent. They'll give me assault shuttles as well. I don't know if we'll use it, but it is a useful one to have. Won't lie. They'll give me Stellar Marines as well, and probably a bunch of cash. And I will be very happy to make this deal. Thank you. Research, free trade, cultural agreements. We will leave off the non-aggression pacts for now. Shattering attacks. Beam capacitation. Get disruptor beams. Or high energy transfer. I prefer high energy transfer. And some cash. I will accept that. Research. Free trade. Unlikely that they're going to give me anything. The Archeans also have battleships, which means we need to go up in ship size. We could probably get this with a little finagling. Let's hit them with, like, I don't know, 300 diplomacy. Very persuasive indeed we are. And some credits. We'll accept that. I don't mind giving you guys a research, but no culture treaty for you. Pay me. Pay me. No wonder our science went down. All of our research treaties evaporated. Okay, so that's all good. We do want this cultural treaty with the Iconians. Even though they have, like, a lot of culture, we're getting much more from having cultural treaties with just about everybody. They will give me warp theory. They also have battleships. That's the thing that we're going to need to go. I mean, we have put a lot of turns into Gigamass stuff. They have interstellar resupply doctrine as well. Kind of tempted to try and get that off of them. That's just, it's a no-go. It's a no-go. I'll take Xeno-agriculture just to say I got something. There we go. Alright. All good stuff. All good stuff. We're still committed to our citizens and research 5 new technologies. Well, kind of. That's more 25% research for 50 months and an extra culture point. Very good stuff. Through the roof. Keep shipping the ships over to Hector. Back on our planet, people are looking a little bit happier. In fact, everybody's looking really happy. Probably because we just got like a bunch of Eurekas. We researched a bunch of techs or technically traded for them. So we get an extra 30%, which is very nice. And we're basically done. All of these tiles are reserved for projects, except for this one that we need for some thing that we're saving for. I guess you're just going to do cash for us. And I think as soon as we get Gigamass, we can start doing some interesting projects. Although we will have to go through Gigamass harvesting. But there is at least the Gigamass obelisk, which is a lot of good research. Won't be as good on our home planet. But still, as a civilization of great power, it's only appropriate for the Terran Alliance to receive tribute from the Xendar Brood, let's say to the tune of 35 credits per month. Ah, the Terrans are trying to lean on us. We laugh in your face. Bradley, go away. There's only so much we're willing to slink in the shadows and pull strings. So the Gigamass obelisk here does give a lot of pollution, but it does also give a huge amount of research. I don't think we want it, in all honesty, but it does lead on to Gigamass harvesting and then onto stellar architectures. Now, unfortunately, the Gigamass harvesting is not here, but we can get galactic propaganda for even more culture points. Governor Maid 80 reaches out with alarming news. Mysterious illness. Everybody use the experimental drugs. Everybody use it. Go ahead and fill Hector up. In fact, let's take all but 2 from Hector and put them into the military base. Okay, so far so good. I think that's where we're going to end this episode. We're still on the knife's edge, and we've got some very well-developed empires over here with some very scary technologies. But we're holding our own. We're holding our own. We may have to lean away from culture stuff for a little bit. We're up to 126. I would like at least to match the Yor, which I believe had the most at 146. They have that 146. They've got a lot of cultural districts. 6 cultural districts, giving them 219%. A couple of star bases. They've also got up a treaty with us, but that's okay. So yeah, so it's really those cultural districts that are helping them out. Now, who built the beacon? Galactic Silk Road Success. Man, I would like that. I believe it was these guys, the Kryn, that built the beacon, right? Where's the beacon? Was it the Luxar? Who built the beacon? I forgot. I mean, I'm assuming that it was built on somebody's core world, their capital, but I could be very mistaken in that assumption. All right, the corporate sector are getting bullied. The Korath are getting bullied. So it's actually all of the good guys that are winning out. The Drengen have already been taken out by the Luxar. The Korath probably getting beaten up by everybody at this point. And the Korath are at war with the Archeans. They're getting handed. The Yor are technically bad guys, but seems like they're going for a culture game. The Terrans are still pretty happy with everybody. And in fact, I think they have an alliance even with the corporate sector. That's interesting. I do like to see more intrigue and politics in the game. Like, I like to see factions and alliances forming and, you know, a little bit more political maneuvering instead of just me big army and smash you overhead. And then, of course, we have the Iconians beating the corporate sector. So hooray for the good guys. Still, it remains to be seen whether or not we're going to pull out a victory. A couple of things. We still need to compete with the Yor for the culture lead. Our culture growth is very much hampered by these guys. And honestly, we got up and running pretty late. Also losing the beacon, which is out there somewhere, is a problem. If the beacon falls into the hands of somebody like New Iconia or the Yor, that could be devastating, assuming one of those people don't have it. And of course, we also have to be aware of the prestige track. The Kryn Syndicate currently are the leaders. But there you have it. Thank you all very much for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye!